Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel where I make quality content that nobody really asked for. In today's video, I just have this one baby hair. Anyways, hold on. Today's video, we have another Monster High related video, and it is another part of my Creeproduction unboxing series because I did manage to get all the Creeproduction dolls, but it was a whole journey to get them because of course Mattel never make things easier for us. They always make things harder for no apparent reason. Gotta love them. But today we'll be focusing on the Opretta doll, and I was very excited for this one because Opretta was one of my favorite characters as a kid, but I never had her basic doll, so now that I have her, I am very excited. And I also have a special connection to Opretta just because the Phantom of the Opera is my favorite Broadway musical, so of course she's the daughter of the Phantom, which I do have mixed feelings about, but it's not Opretta related. Like, it's not about that. It's not about that. Well, we might get into that maybe later in the video, but yeah, today is gonna be Opretta, so let's take a quick look at her box before I unbox it. So she has the standard Creeproduction box where they kind of replicate the style of the original releases with a few changes, and their boxes are all basically the same. The only thing that changed is just to make them fit the character a little bit better. But when it comes to like the standard box, they're all the same, like the asymmetrical with the coffin window. And here where she looks like stunning, beautiful. Of course, it says her name right there, which is Opretta, daughter of the Phantom of the Opera. And of course, these little cassette tapes have Easter eggs all over them. And then here is the back of the box. Of course, there's the character right there, and she's 16 years old in Phantom years. Her pet is Memphis, or sorry, I didn't read his whole name, but his name is Memphis Daddy-O Longlegs. You know, I can't say anything. My cat's name is Little Demon, and it is the pet spider. But of course, it's not like any other spider you've seen, unless you've seen a rock king. I feel like this is a lot of words that I just don't want to say right now. And her favorite food is fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches. These people are weird. And her BFFs are Holt Hyde and Deuce Gorgon. Okay. I did not know that those were her best friends. Deuce and Holt. Since when? Am I missing something? Oh well. But anyways, here where she is in her box. So here's one last look of her, looking stunning as beautiful. So I'm gonna take her out of her box prison and we can see what she looks like out of the box. She's here, the Phantom of the Opera. Okay, well, here's Opretta, the daughter of the Phantom. You know, sing, my angel of music. Sorry, I just love Family Opera a lot, and that's why I love Opretta a lot. But when I was a kid, I just loved Opretta because her sass and her love for music. As a person who loves music herself, as a 3-day music major, and when I got older, Phantom was my favorite musical. So of course, I have a lot of love for Opretta. But Opretta is not, you know, I do have some complaints about her, not about the dolls, but just her aesthetic in general. But let's dive right into it. So here what Opretta looks like right out of her box. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like her hair, and I was also looking at my inbox version of her, I feel like they didn't really nail the hair this time around for Opretta. I feel like her hair is definitely shorter than her original counterpart. Again, I never had the original Opretta doll, but I did have some Opretta dolls growing up, and I feel like her hair is a little bit more, you know, voluminous than this. I feel like it's very short and not as like styled. And of course, she has her iconic like curls up here, which are fine. There's nothing wrong with those, but I feel like her hair is just a little not quite the same. So yeah. And here's her face, of course, beautiful. I love Opretta's face. I love that on like the side here because, you know, the Phantom has like deformities and stuff. I love that she has her little scarring is like music notes, and of course she has her famous half mask. Super cute. But I also feel like the mask is also a little bit different. Again, like I don't have original operettas, but I feel like there's enough differences in this doll for me to notice it. Like, I feel like maybe her mask is a little bit more thinner too. I feel like her mask should be a little bit more bigger, but I could be wrong there. But overall, she is super cute. And again, love the hair, love red and black. I'm a sucker for that, as you know. And I also love that her mask is also shaped as a music note. Like, I love that type of style she's got going on for her. And then she has 2 different earrings, which are dices, which is interesting. Don't know where that came in, but she has 1 dice right here and 1 like dangling earring right there, which is really cute. 6 and 5. Don't know the significance of that. And of course, she has her outfits right there. She has, I believe all of this is 2 pieces maybe, not quite sure, but she has her top here, which is this undershirt with a overshirt right here, which is like a little vest thing. Again, she has like piano music thing all over her with spider webs, which are really cute. I like that. And of course, she has this plain pants. Her pants are pretty plain. I feel like they could add some like music notes on it, like maybe right here. I think that'd be really cute. But again, this doll came out technically 10 years ago, like the design wise, so what can I say about it? And of course, I love her belt here. I would definitely love to own this belt myself, honestly, because I love that it's like music notes and it looks like a, you know, music measure and stuff like that. So cute. And then she has like these little chains, but it has music notes on it. Like, that is so cute. So I love that vibe. And of course, she has her shoes, which are just like these cute little boots with the heels being a treble clef, which is so cute. I love that she's a treble clef, not a bass clef, you know, because I use treble clefs for when I play music. And she also has her ring, which will probably be lost here very soon. And of course, on the side of her body, of course, she has her detailings again. Now, when I was a kid, I thought these were tattoos, and maybe they are, I don't know. But considering like the whole scarring thing like the original Phantom have, so that's really cool. So that is Operetta. Again, I never owned the original Operetta doll, but I did own Operetta dolls as a kid, but I never had the original. And honestly, her doll slays. I know also like Operetta is like a favorite when it comes to the Wave 1 launches, just because her doll was cool, and seeing the Creeproduction, I'm like, yeah, she is cool, but she might be my least favorite from this specific wave. Just I feel like the doll is like, there's something off about this doll itself. Maybe it's I think it's the hair, but there's some differences in her. I feel like she's not 100% the same like some of the other Creeproductions I have seen, but she's still really cute. I said my only problem with Operetta, it's not really a problem with this doll in general, but this Operetta's aesthetic is like she has like this rock and roll type thing going on, like southern stuff, kind of like, you know, giving Memphis, Tennessee a little bit, like what her spider pet is named after. But I don't really see the Phantom that way, you know what I mean? Like, that's one thing that really did bother me about Operetta, is like, you know, like they could go like gothic, cathedral, romantic, roses, stuff like that, and they did like a hillbilly type of thing. And I mean, I love it like on her, but is it, again, like with Operetta, she doesn't scream Phantom of the Opera to me, which like she's supposed to be the daughter of the Phantom, but you know what, it's okay. And like the Phantom's all about like piano and classical music and like opera, duh, and they made her like 1950s rock and roll. I'm like, okay, know your source, but it's okay. So here is Operetta again, but the doll itself, stunning. She's stunning, but I feel like there's something off with her when it comes to the Creeproduction. Like, she's still a great looking doll, but there's something about her I can't quite put my finger on. I think it's the hair for me, and maybe the thinness of the mask, but she doesn't look quite right. Like, something is off, but she's still amazing. I'm happy to have her, and she's still stunning, but I give her like maybe an 8 out of 10, because there's just something that is throwing me off about her. I'm not quite sure what it is, but she still is very, very cute. So here's one last look of her. Again, I love the gold eyeshadow on her. It's a nice little different touch. But I think maybe it just should have done silver eyeshadow on her instead of gold. But again, it's hard for me to like criticize this doll because technically this doll came out like 10 years ago. But like as a Creeproduction, as the doll itself, it's a great doll. And considering I didn't have Opretta as like this specific Opretta as a kid, I'm happy to have her now. And I just love it a lot. And she is a super cool doll. Like, I understand why people like her a lot. I just wish she was a little bit more Phantom of the Opera. But that's just because, you know, Angel of Music. I just love Phantom. And of course, Opretta comes with a few things. So of course, she comes with her stand, which is just a black Monster High typical stand. And I mentioned this in my other videos, but I don't know if Opretta had a specific color stand, because if you know anything about some of the way of the original releases of the doll, each stand tend to be like characterized to the character, at least with color. But everybody in this Creeproduction launch has black stands, and I don't know if that was just like a Creeproduction thing, or they actually had black stands originally, but I thought I would keep it note like their stands were black this time around, but still cute. And of course, she comes with a black hairbrush to match the black stand. It's the typical Monster High hairbrush with the scarlet. And of course, she also comes with her diary that has English and different languages along with it, because these are supposed to be international releases too, but international fans never get these dolls because nobody can in general. And she also comes with a few things. So she comes with her spider, which is Memphis, super long name, guy. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to criticize because this doll is like 10 years old, but this is a huge spider. Like, if I saw this spider in real life, I will like scream, get some bug killer, and kill it. But it's cute. He reminds me of Elvis Presley. Adorable. But again, like Elvis, like the stuff that Opretta is supposed to be giving off, it's like, it's not Phantom, and like that drives me nuts. But I still love all like the music elements of her though. As a 3-day music major, if you don't know, I'm in college, and originally I went to college to be a music major. I lasted 3 days, and now I am a film and media major. And she also comes with her guitar purse. Is it a guitar, or is it a bass? Her guitar purse, which is really cool, and it's shaped like a coffin. And this is a really neat thing, and it's also pretty big. But you know, it's supposed to be a guitar purse. They still give like guitar case more than purse, but that's okay. And I did keep the little rubber band on it, so it won't like flop around, but it does open. So that is really, really cool. So that's all the stuff she comes with. So this is the Opretta Creeproduction doll, and again, I am very happy with her. And again, I didn't really have trouble getting her, just because Monster High tend to do pretty good job with stocking Opretta and Toralei in different places. And like Toralei, I got her both on Amazon and Big Bad Toy Store, because when the first release on that April 1st launch, technically it was more like May 31st, or not May, March 30th versus April 1st. Oh my goodness, I just realized that they did this release on April 1st because this whole launch was a joke. Anyways, but I did got one set from Amazon from a influencer like pre-order link, and I only bought one of her and Toralei because that's all I had money for at the time. And then a few days later I got paid, and they had these in stock on Big Bad Toy Store, which I still recommend, just because I rather pay, if I had to choose between Amazon or Big Bad Toy Store, I still prefer Big Bad Toy Store. Like, I rather pay $4 for shipping and then like package my items really nice, versus Amazon, which my Opretta doll box did come smashed, so I did unbox it, which is fine because my inbox one is from Big Bad Toy Store, so it worked out. But that's where I bought mine from. But I know Opretta was available online at Target for a bit and at Entertainment Earth, but of course you can't get these dolls anymore because of course they sell out so fast. And again, I just wish that Mattel cared enough and make more of these dolls for fans, because people will buy them. They don't have to worry about them not selling out like some other toys that I've seen on the shelf that was on the shelf for a long time. So I just wish that Mattel and Monster High do better on the releases, just because they just don't do a real good job, and it's really hard for me to be excited about Monster High or any Mattel release just because I know they're gonna do stupid shit. So what can I say? But overall, I'm still happy that I managed to get all the Creeproductions, even if it was a journey. Like, I had to buy them from all different places just to have all of them, which I feel like it shouldn't be that way. But at least I have them, and they're all gonna look great on my shelves. But yeah, and again, I did bought 2 of each, and I know a lot of people have complaints about that just because people like, oh, you don't need to. Well, because like they complain because they think that collectors like me are like the problem for buying 2 to have 1 in box and out of box. Like, we're not the problem. The problem are scalpers getting them and Mattel's doing nothing about it. And the other problem is you buying from scalpers. We're not the problem. And we all should gang up together to fight these problems, not fight each other, because those aren't going to help. And I feel like influencers who have more power than me, like the top of the chain of the Monster High people, they should call out also Monster High's behavior too, because again, with these higher Monster High influencers, they're butt kissers because they want PR. And I feel like you shouldn't be in it for the money. You should also remember your audience as well. So that is all I have to say about this in this video. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you come for the next one. I have no idea what the next video is, but I hope you watch it. I don't know where I stand with Monster High because I really want that Corpse Bride release, but other than that, I don't know how much more I can take of Monster High, which is unfortunate. But you know what, it's okay. I have this guy with me now. I have this guy to help focus on. So anyways, that's all for today's video, and goodbye.